It's TBISE, the best in sports entertainment. We're here live in Parsons, USA. TNS Media Group is the team and the family. I'm here with my guy, Hattie. We here about to talk about some sports today. So what's going on, Hattie? How you feeling, man?
I'm good. How you, man?
I'm chilling. So, I want to start, start with the NFL. I'll start there because, the NFL, we dead smack coming up into the end of training camp. NFL season about to start. I want to speak about a particular team or particular player, Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders had a good performance. I believe last week he had a good performance. 2 touchdowns, played fairly well. Should he get a starting job, and do you think he'll get a starting job?
Not only should he get the starting job, he should have been the first pick in the draft.
Over Cam Ward?
Yes. If you look at Shedeur Sanders' stats in college, he threw for 4,000 yards under duress every game.
Mm-hmm.
And for you to throw them type of yards and them type of touchdowns, and the only real athlete he really had was Travis Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me he wasn't supposed to be the first pick in the draft.
I think that, with all that, I think, like I spoke before about it, I think that Shedeur is a product of his father, Dion, and the success that they had. And with that success breeds a lot of envy, a lot of hate. Because let's be clear, he was rich before he even started playing in the NFL. His dad was rich, then he became rich in high school, going into college, or going into college, he became a millionaire. So now he goes into the NFL. He's probably the highest paid player in that draft last year, honestly. I mean, you think about it, it's probably some players. I'm just throwing. I don't know the exact numbers, but he's the highest paid player. They target him because he says he's outspoken, speaks about things, and says things that that's on his mind, what he believes, and that's okay in my opinion. But you see that transition, that cloud, I should say, over him and his father and his family, I should say, all of them. There's a cloud over them because of their success. He comes into, he gets drafted. He drops in the draft. Nobody expects him to drop all the way down. Not be a first round pick, get picked up by the Browns. What, second round?
Fifth round.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Fifth round pick by the fifth round. That's terrible. 5th round pick by the Browns, goes down there. They got Flacco there. Of course, which caused out with the injury, but
Pickett.
You gotta start Shedeur.
They picked a quarterback before him in the 3rd round.
And come on now.
And he's still 4th on the depth chart.
Yeah.
To this day. Still 4th on the depth chart. He went against Carolina with some of their starters. Not his starters for the Browns. Carolina played with some of their starters. He's playing with the 3rd string. He still go out there 2 touchdowns, 100-something yards, and did it easy too.
And one of the things that I saw that, because I kind of pay attention a little bit to the intangibles of the blitz pickup or the subtle movements. You see a touchdown pass he threw. It was a blitz from the linebacker on the right side, on the right side of the defense. Linebacker came. He just stepped over and threw a touchdown. It wasn't like he didn't panic. He just did a 1-2 step and threw the touchdown.
Planted his feet and darted it in there too.
So seeing those things, I don't see why Cleveland would start anyone other than him. You got him. You drafted him for a reason. You got a 1st round pick in the 5th round.
In the 5th round, you got a gift in the 5th round.
So in my opinion, I would love to see Shedeur get the start down there because Flacco's old. I'm pretty sure they're gonna probably give it to him because of his experience, but I don't think he has the ability to lead a team to a Super Bowl. So why not put the chips in there with the young fella?
Me personally, I see how his teammates, how they accept him, how they got their star tight end Njoku over there. They're excited to have him. Myles Garrett, he's one of the best defensive ends in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He's excited to have him. You know where the direction that they're going. It's just that you know how they want to perceive us. And okay, cool. Dion is who he is. Okay, he's cocky. He's been brash. He's been that his whole career.
Correct.
So what is the problem now? You knew his son was going to be bred to be that.
Mm-hmm.
So now you get mad because of the way he's acting. This not something new. It's how he's been acting all his life.
Yeah.
It's all he knows.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like I look at how kids grow up from sports fathers, Kobe, Bronny. They like to give them the knock of, man, he not going to be just because their dad was good. But no, you got to understand. For them to even get to where they at, they got to love it. It can't, like some people, how guys that come from the hood, at a certain point, when they get all that money, they get fat. And it's like, man, I made it. Like, they don't really want to play ball no more because a lot of them play for the money. When you already got money and you do what you love, look at Kobe Bryant, one of the best basketball players of all time. He didn't have to do it. He did it because he loved it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, with Shedeur Sanders, that's something that he loves. That's something he wants to do. So it's like, we're not going to sit here and play with it. My father was great. You know who my dad is?
Exactly.
That's how he played. That's how he goes out there.
Exactly. So, you know, and like I said, you know, Shedeur, he's being arrogant, he's being cocky, but it's not like he's a bum. You know, let's keep it real. He's not an arrogant, cocky bum. He's actually a hell of a football player.
Yes, he is.
And I believe that he should start. But let's move on to, you know, so-called America's team, Dallas Cowboys. You know, they have Micah Parsons. He wants a new contract. They gave Dak Prescott all that money.
Yes, he did.
And now they turn around. Not even. Is it a year later? Then they want to restructure his deal. Not even a year later.
Yeah, Jerry Jones a little salty that they gave him all that money, and then he got hurt not too much into the season, so he was a little salty about that.
So now Dallas Cowboys go into restructure the deal. Does this show like some incompetence on the behalf of the Cowboys, making that paying them, and then now we got to switch your deal up?
This is nothing new for Dallas. Dallas always want to hold out on their players and then come in the 12th in the 23rd hour to be like, all right, come on, we're gonna give you all a boatload of money. You know what I'm saying? And then it always bites them. It always bites them because look at them. Look how they struggle. Now you got Dak. Look how they struggle with Zeke Elliott. He was the highest paid running back in the league for a couple years, and then he ran out in like 4 or 5 years. So like he's starting to see the backlash from how much he's spending is starting to be a nuisance now. It's like, no, if I spend all this money, it's like I'm not getting what I want back, and what he won is the Super Bowl.
And they have a, you know, hell of a, battle, especially dealing with the Eagles over there in NFC East. And then, if you look at the Cowboys, right, and you look at, the wasteful, I don't want to say wasteful spending, but not putting the money in the right spot. Now, I'm not a hater to say Dak didn't deserve the money because he played, and whatever he got, he deserved. This leads me to believe that they don't believe that he was worth what they paid him. So when they want to restructure the deal, now Micah Parsons wants to get paid. So he's like, all right, listen, we got to take some money from you to help Parsons. Or do you think that Dak is like, listen, man, I got some money to give up. We need Micah on defense.
I mean, it could go many different ways. I think Jerry just don't think he got his money's worth out of Dak last year, and it's a whole contract. Like, you get a year to prove yourself after 1 year. Like, it's football. It's a brutal sport. But Micah Parsons is definitely one of the best players in the league. Got to be honest about it. You know what I'm saying? He wrecks a game. He makes a difference, and you got to pay your difference makers.
Yeah, man. I just think that, with Micah Parsons, right? Just looking at Micah Parsons, right? His I would say his athletic ability, his defensive awareness is off the charts. You got to sign him. You got to pay this man. You got to. You don't want to see him end up like Saquon Barkley somewhere on the Eagles or something like that.
I was just about to say that.
You don't want to see him in the Eagles green. I'm not saying they would trade him here. They're not going to make that mistake.
You
but
wouldn't be stupid enough to do that.
Yeah, they wouldn't do that. But you don't want to see a player like that walk out the door. He's still young, still in his prime. You want to pay that man. But I just think that the Dallas Cowboys, once again, they show why they are having the issues that they're having, and why the curse of them not winning the Super Bowl or even winning the playoff game in so many years is shown. Now, anything else you want to add about the Cowboys and their woes and what they got going on up there? If Dallas over
at
there
the
in
same time, Dallas is still a scary team.
Okay,
they're still a scary team. They went and got George Pickens, so you got George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Dak is not a bum.
Not
I
at
know
all.
I know as Eagles fans, we like to be in our feelings and say it, but like if I'm just being honest, like Dak not a bum.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? So like, still got to look out for him.
And they got a good offensive line.
They still got an offensive line, and I don't know what the running game will look like, but man, listen, you still got to look out for the Cowboys. I don't never not.
CeeDee Lamb, he's the top 2 receiver. You know, he's like that.
And George Pickens too.
Pickens was over in Pittsburgh, went over there now. So they have some pieces on offense, then they have some pieces on defense. Micah Parsons, you know, you got to bring that. You have to keep him. You have to pay him somehow. I don't know, but you have to figure out how you're going to do it. And with that being said, you know, the Cowboys for me give me the impression that they are trying to win, but are they trying to, you know, do it, you know, by being spendthrifts? Is it something that they want to do, or they want to, you know, because you gotta pay those players who've been with you for a while and have performed. You gotta pay them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming that's why they're trying to pay Micah, in my opinion. Now let's move on to the Eagles. Eagles had a scare. Offensive lineman got injured, but they're saying that the injury is, you know, not that severe. That he's gonna have a minor procedure. He'll be back.
That's all XL. That was scary.
Yeah, because you lose him, you know what we said, 3-time, 4-time pro,
all pro.
You know, and then he gets injured. Now they're saying it's a minor procedure, but I'll be back for the beginning of the season. I'll be back to start the season. I'm gonna take some time off. How detrimental would that have been to the running game for the Philadelphia Eagles?
That'd have been very detrimental, because you can't replace that. You can't replace a all-pro player, no matter what, how many replacements, trades, or whatever. You can't replace an all-pro player. And with that being said, it's like Jordan Mailata, whoever would have to come in that place, he has to teach him everything.
Mm-hmm.
Them two together, they do so much together, they don't even have to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
They know what to do. You put somebody in that spot, I have to do my job and to teach you your job on the fly.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's the detriment, because sometimes them new players don't know what they're saying. A defensive coordinator is gonna have a field day with him. He's gonna throw all kinds of stuff at him. So like, yeah, it's gonna be rough. It would have been rough if we would have went any time without him.
Yeah, you know you can't, you know, his injury. I mean, you could just tell, when you saw the video of him being injured, right? And Dickerson's on the ground, and everybody's, you know, watching to see what's going on. You could just tell that they was like, the life was like sucked out of them, because you look at the players. Not only they probably were just, you know, worried about him being injured, but probably first, but they were thinking like, man, listen, if we lose him,
listen, I was there. I went to the practice, and a silence just fell over the whole stadium. In a crowded stadium, silence.
And these injuries happen, so it's like it's like football, man. It seems like you see somebody just step wrong. Like, he make a one step this way, and they say, you know, they on the ground.
You got a bunch of big 6'8", 350-pound dudes in the middle of a fight. It's a 60-minute fight out there.
But this was talking about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, talking about that,
you can really just, like, it's the last of the gladiator sports, man. Like, this is I really have 60 minutes to do whatever I want to you violently. I could really be violent here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if you give a person that type of, like, sometimes you hurt a person, it's like, I played football, so it's like I've seen people get hurt. In the midst of this, me being violent, me want to hurt you, I see you hurt. It's like, I ain't really want that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's a test of wills. So, like, of course I want to be better than you.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt you to do it, but if I gotta overpower you, that's just what I do. But if it's all of us here and this is just a whole big fight in the middle, them big bodies go around and I could fall. I'm right next to you. I fall this way. That knee go one way. That's a career. So he's lucky that it's just a small procedure and he'd be back for week 1.
Yeah, so he might have just tweaked it a little bit. Something he just want to go in there and correct it, make sure, clean it up, make sure he's ready to go. When these type of injuries happen, do you think it like mess with the psyche of the players after, like, you see your man go down now, the next couple of plays everybody's timid, nobody's running as hard?
That game, I think your teammates are out of it. They want to play for you. They want to play for you, but it's hard because it's one of your comrades.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You've seen one of your guys go down in a battle. And
does it mess with are the players scared? Like, yo, listen, I don't want to get hurt.
No, it's not scared. It's not a scary feeling. It's more like your feel for the player. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we signed up for. We know injuries come with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, it's like one of your fall. It's like the war. It's like when you see one of your fallen comrades in a war, man. It's like we all band together. We all out here for one goal is to win this game. And it just so happens you have casualties.
Yeah. And I just think that, with these players, because you can never really, I would say, prevent all injuries. It's like 100% chance in the NFL that you're going to get some type of injury, something. Some more severe than others, but it's 100% chance that whoever's playing football, you're going to get injured. It's going to happen.
You're going to play with injuries.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're going to have something is going to cause you to, have, if you had 100%, something's going to cause you to be at 99. It's something that's going to cause you not to be, who you are at your most healthiest point. It's something that's going to affect you,
Oh, really?
And, it's something like, I always thought about like turf toe. Like I heard people talking about turf toe, right? When I was a kid. I thought it was just something like, all right, I just hurt my toe from running or something like that.
Mm-mm.
People be out for weeks with turf toe.
Yes, sir. You can't even lean a certain way.
I'm like, why is he? Like, I'm thinking like to myself, like, they got turf toe. I hear about it. He's just running and maybe, hurt his toe running in the cleats or whatever. Players is out.
Out. That little piece of toe, that tender piece of toe, you walk around with flip-flops for the whole week. You don't even want to put no shoes on. You know what I'm saying? All that cutting and turning, like it happens to most like them running backs and wide receivers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because they cut a lot. Mm-hmm. So you're using your toes a lot, and them cleats are tight. You got on tape and all that, and you can't really wear no big cleats. You have to wear your size. So sometimes them cleats are not wide enough to be cutting on your toes, man. And it's like it wears at it. It's like a great ready to bust, man. Every time you touch anything with your toe. So so you definitely can't play no football on it. It's some severe pain. Definitely some severe pain.
All right, another player. Let's go on to Buffalo Bills. Cook wants to be paid. He still shows up to practice, right?
Right.
I'll say training camp. Still shows. Hasn't been paid. Cook has been doing his thing. Let's keep it real.
Yes, he has.
So he hasn't been paid. What's your thoughts on him showing up, even though he hasn't gotten a contract? He's still there. What does that show about? What does that tell you about him?
I mean, as a young player, he's a young player.
Yes.
So I don't really see no point in why you're doing this, because most running backs who hold out still end up coming to camp anyway, unless you like Le'Veon Bell and just want to sit out the whole year. Mm-hmm. But I doubt you're not going to do that.
Not at all.
So I get, all right, this is your rookie deal. It's not like this is your second deal, whatever. This is still your rookie deal.
Yeah.
Honor your rookie deal, man. And then you got your players out there. Like, come on, man. Like, I could see if you was a vet and they was playing with you, like Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Like, if Micah Parsons wasn't at camp, I understand that.
Yeah, I'm older, so
you know what I'm saying?
So these years got to count for me financially.
Exactly. But you're young. You're still trying to make your bones in the league. So I think you should be at practice. I definitely should think you should be at training.
So I guess he agrees with you because he shows up, in Buffalo, and Buffalo, has possibly, well, they have the MVP, but they at the helm of the quarterback, and you have Cook, and Cook has played fairly well. He's been, like I said, he's been very, very good up there, catching the ball, running the ball, you name it, blocking, picking up the blitz. I think that he's very good. To be kind of small, kind of a small guy, he's actually very, very good. But now you have these contract disputes on these players, and he has a rookie deal, but he still shows up, and he may understand that he's trying to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, he's trying to win. So shout out to Cook, you know, for showing up. Shout out to you know, for you for being there at camp. Now, before we go on to the next sport, but I want to say something, right? You know, it's another quarterback, you know, that I want to speak about up in Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers. Is Aaron Rodgers just robbing the bank, man? Like I saw some play from him like in training camp. He looked like an old man out there, man. I'm not knocking Aaron Rodgers. I'm not saying that you can't get it done. He just look like he's one hit away from being like out. He looks real fragile. He just looks like he's strong. He looks real fragile. He looks old.
He out there looking like Brett Favre. That last year in Brett Favre looked like with Bounty Gate.
Yo, remember Brett Favre was playing against, was it the New Orleans that year?
Bounty Gate.
They was killing
Bounty Gate, man. That's how he gonna look like.
Yo, they was killing Brett Favre out there. He took so many hits.
Yes, he did.
That was the year Saints won a Super Bowl, right?
Yep. Yeah. Saints won the Super Bowl that year.
But they beat the brakes off him that game. He was finger was bleeding. He got up. He was like
finger, ankle, everything.
But back to Brett Favre. I'm not Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers. Back to Aaron Rodgers. What is your expectations of him this season? What do you? Because before you answer, I want to say one thing. Mike Tomlin is a good coach. He made the playoffs with what's called last year.
Yes, he did.
You know, so now he has Aaron Rodgers. What's your prediction for them this season? We think, you know, well, how many games Rodgers plays first, and what's their record? That's a tough division too. But
that's a very tough division. You up there in the AFC North. You up there with some killers. You got to play Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
So they up there with some killers. But like, I don't see. They lost a lot of people. They lost Najee Harris,
Pickens.
You traded Pickens.
Well, they did get what's called.
They got Darius Slay.
And they got
DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf, yeah, the receiver.
Yeah.
They got a good running back. Good offensive line.
Yeah.
They paid
the defense. They paid TJ Watt.
Paid Watt. Yep.
Yeah, they paid Watt. Yeah, I can see him. I mean, Mike Tomlin, he's going to be over 500, and he's going to fight for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see him being around for that. I don't see good play from Aaron Rodgers. I think that's past him. But defensively in that run game, I think they can, like how Denver did with Peyton Manning when Peyton Manning was washed up. But I don't really see like an aerial attack from Aaron Rodgers like old Green Bay Aaron Rodgers. I just don't see it. It didn't look like that with the Jets, and you had two top receivers there. They went and traded Devontae Adams for him, and you still couldn't do nothing. So I don't really see a good performance from him.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see them being over 500, maybe fighting for the playoff wild card.
Mm-hmm. So like I said, Aaron Rodgers to me, you seem like he's robbing. I think this is his last hurrah. I don't think he gets another opportunity after unless he does very, very well this season. Makes it to the Super Bowl, and lose whatever or win. But if he makes it to the Super Bowl, then I can see him probably playing again next year, getting another contract. But I don't think he's going to play that well to make it. Not saying I'm down his abilities. I'm just looking at him and his age. Because he's a very good quarterback in his prime.
No, really.
But just right now, I don't know. I don't know, Aaron. I'm just saying, it's a possibility you can do it. I just think that, it's gonna be a tough battle for you due to your age.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, we'll take a break here. Take a quick commercial break. We'll be back. It's TBISE, the best in sports entertainment. Clothing, cars, whatever you're selling, you have a great idea. You want to put it on our platform. Contact TBISE. Call us now, 267-982-0342. TBISE, the best in sports entertainment. TBISE, the best in sports entertainment. I'm welcoming everybody back to the show. So let's switch it up, man. You know, we were just talking about NFL. Now we got some boxing news. Gervonta Tank Davis. Tank was scheduled to fight Lamont Roach. The fight has been postponed. The fight may happen at some point. We don't know. Tank holds all the cards, you know, in regards to, you know, these, you know, negotiations and so forth and so on. Close fight. Some people say Tank lost. Some people say Roach won the fight, so forth and so on. But just recently, Gervonta Tank Davis got into he had his domestic assault case dropped. It just dropped recently. I think yesterday or today. He's back, free and clear, no assault case. What do you think his psyche is like? And do we now get the announcement of the Lamont Roach fight?
Honestly, I don't think he wants to fight anymore. I don't think he wanted to fight the last fight. I think after that, what's that, Frank Martin? After that Frank Martin fight, I think that was the last of it. Reason being is the Lamont Roach fight, I feel as though he lost the fight. My honest opinion. It wasn't a draw to me. You know what I'm saying? I was in Baltimore when it happened. The whole room of Baltimore people felt the same way I felt.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, no, I think it's a reason why he wants to postpone this fight. Maybe the case has a part to do with it because he has to show up to court and is probably ruining his training. Maybe I give him that. But I don't really think he wants to fight. That's just my opinion.
So, you know, when you see these type of cases, these like assault, domestic cases, and, you know, so forth and so on, and, you know, we from a nine times out of 10, our hoods where we born and raised, we see a lot of this, like this stuff. And when money is involved, the cops get involved. Yes. But if it's like, you know, not saying it's right, but if this person doesn't have any money and he puts his hands on somebody, people are just going to fight back 9 times out of 10. Is it not going to? But being as though he has money, or, you know, he might do a slightest push, slightest touch, and it's like, you know, he put his hands on. Not saying he's innocent, but I mean, well, clearly he's innocent now. The charges have been dropped for whatever reason. And, you know, we could say he might have paid somebody. We don't know. All we know is that the charges say that they've been dropped, which means that he's an innocent man, right? Right. So we can't go over here on speculation. We can go off of him being innocent. But when these type of cases with athletes happen all the time, is it, in your opinion, is it an automatic perception that this person, because he's a fighter, is that he's actually naturally he's just violent?
I mean, of course. You know what I'm saying? That's the history of boxing. We can go back to Tyson, with George Foreman. We can go back to all the greats that like to have, like, even Floyd Mayweather. Yeah. They've all had, like, some type of domestic dispute with women. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's kind of easy just to do that just because they know. Yeah. They're fighters, but all fighters, they not dumb. I can't sit here and think like, no, I'm going to just smack her or put my hands on her knowing that I'm going to get booked at any cost. She's calling the police. Yeah. You know this. If the cops are called, you're going to jail. Point blank period. There's no way around it. Now, is this like a fair, you know, judgment on these players, these athletes, these boxers? Is this fair? Like, it's never fair, man. It's never fair because we're forming our own opinion, and we already know it's going to always be two sides of the fence. And whether I like you or not, we all know how that chip won't fall. But it's never fair. It's never fair because we nobody was there to actually see what was going on. So yeah, it's just a bad situation. Now let's move on. You know, shout out to Tank, man. You know, we're looking forward to seeing you back in the ring soon. We know your case has just been dropped. We want to see you in the ring. We want to see you fight. You know, hopefully this kind of, you know, gives you the urge to want to get back in the ring. You know, because people love to see you fight. You know, but I don't want to see you fight if you're not there mentally, or you don't want to do it 1,000%. Don't go out there if that's not what you want to do. In my opinion, I would say just listen. Hey, man, you made enough money. Or take some time off. You're still young. You can take a year off. Yeah. You know what I mean? Get your mind right, and then get the urge to want to fight again. You know what I'm saying? Greats have done it. All the greats have done it. Yeah, take time off. Floyd Mayweather retired. Yeah, came back. You know, so I would definitely, you know, encourage that. If that's what you need. Get your mind right,
and then come back and fight. You know, when you feel like you ready to do it, when you have the urge to fight.
Yeah, for sure. Give us some entertainment, man. That last fight was not it. It was that was disappointing. That was disappointing. At the same time, I think he used to fighting, them Spanish guys. That's all I seen fight.
Well, he beat Frank Martin.
And Frank Martin looked like a skeleton going into that fight.
Frank Martin, he was. I just think that he bit off more than he can chew and taking on Tank at that time. He didn't have that. I think he had like 12 fights or something like that. He ain't had that many fights.
He had that many fights, but also he
was drained.
He was he was drained. Yes,
but he fight
drained.
at 135 though. That's his weight.
That's his weight. But he didn't look. His face was just sunk in. He looked like he was just struggling to even be there.
I think the power. I think once he felt Tank's power, and then
that's the difference.
And then the stigma of knowing that he just knocked out which called. So I know he probably gonna try. I know he a chance he gonna knock me out. And I know that when you fighting, you can't worry about getting knocked out because if you do that, it's a chance you can get knocked out.
He was worried about that the whole fight.
He is. So shout out to Tank, man. We want to see you get back in the ring. Now, Canelo Crawford, 168 pounds. They fighting that?
Yes, they are. Biggest fight of the year.
168. September 13th.
Yes, sir.
Right around the corner. A little over about a month out now.
About a month out.
These fighters getting ready. What's Crawford's chances, man, in your opinion?
He got a good chance. I feel as though he got a good chance. He could box. But at the same time, that power is different.
Yeah, man. And then on top of that, not only does Canelo have power, he has skills.
Yes.
He can fight. So you get a player. I'm sorry, you get a fighter like Canelo. Excuse me. You get a fighter like Canelo, who has power. He's fought everybody. Win, lose, draw. He fought Bivol. You name. You go on the list. Charlo, Mayweather, yeah. Lara. Cotto.
Triple G
3 times.
Mm-hmm.
His resume is
impeccable.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
That experience alone of those names, I don't think Crawford has fought anybody outside of Spence that's on the level of any of those fighters I just mentioned. Now, not knocking Crawford, because if anybody can do it, I would say Bud can do it. I just think that Bud could probably be catching Canelo at the right time.
And I agree with that.
You never know.
I have this argument too many times. I like Bud. He can fight. But I can't name no one who's really, really good that he's ever fought. He's he's like 40-something fights in?
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, you got a long resume of nobodies, in my opinion. I'm not trying to say you fought a bunch of nobodies. You probably fought some killers. But I don't know. Yeah. The public doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you fighting this guy who doesn't have a long resume against a guy who has a long resume of a bunch of fighters, you probably tend to go with Canelo.
Yeah.
But, like, I really like Bud Crawford. He's really good. And, man, this is going to be a good fight.
I agree. I think Bud is definitely going to come to fight. I just think somebody's going to get knocked out. I don't think it's going to distance, in my opinion.
I think so, too. I don't think this is going to distance because this is going to be an angry fight. Somebody's going to want to take somebody out of there.
Looking at Bud's last performance, though, Madrimov. Was it Madrimov?
Yeah.
For Madrimov. Not saying that, Madrimov is an easy fight, because Madrimov was real tricky, real herky-jerky.
Mm-hmm.
That style could be difficult for anyone. What do you think Canelo would do to Madrimov, in your opinion?
I don't think it would have been an easy fight, but at the same time, I think Canelo would have stopped him.
Okay.
I think Canelo would have stopped him.
All right. Now, Canelo last fight. Canelo fought who did he fight last?
Canelo?
Yeah. He fought
Canelo.
It wasn't Charlo, was it?
No, it wasn't Charlo. It wasn't Charlo.
Damn, who did Canelo fight last? We gotta check
yeah,
that.
I'm about to check that right now.
Berlanga.
Yeah.
Berlanga. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm sorry, Berlanga. No disrespect, Berlanga. Berlanga just got knocked out as well. All right. Crawford versus Berlanga.
Crawford trash Berlanga.
Yeah, seeing Berlanga get knocked out, yeah.
Yeah.
So they both have something common with the last two opponents, you think they both will get
I think they
trash.
I think they both get over on their last opponents.
Now you get this fight. Canelo coming in there. Canelo fighting at a comfortable weight. Canelo is going to be a much bigger on fight night. He's probably going to go up to 177 or something like that.
Sure.
Bud barely going. I think Bud
would be like a
154, 160 somewhere in
I
between.
was about to
there.
say 160 at the highest 160.
You coming in there, somebody 170 plus pounds, skillful, power, judges against you. You got it. It can't be close. You're gonna lose. You got to knock Canelo.
I was about to say he's gonna have to knock Canelo out. It can't go no distance. It can't be a fight. It will not be a draw. They'll definitely let it go in Canelo's direction.
For sure.
You have to knock Canelo out.
Yeah, because you come in there. He has the crowd, the judges, the referee.
Yeah.
He has all these things.
Everything lined up in a row, man. You got to break the rules that night, baby.
You got to go in there. Crawford got to go in there and not be different, but he got to go in there and really bite down and go in there. I think he needs a knockout.
He definitely needs a knockout.
And Canelo's never been knocked out before, and he's been there with all the punches, like you said, Triple G. He's been there with heavy hitters.
He's been in there with some killers, man.
Yeah, so his chin seems like it's real sturdy. So I don't know if Crawford, Crawford going to be able to get that knockout.
But I know this: Crawford gets hit. He gets hit.
Yeah.
He better not get caught. I'll tell you that. Crawford better not get caught. I never seen Crawford get on the canvas. I think he might have one.
He did, but they didn't call a knockdown.
All right, but I know he gets hit. I know he got hit a lot that last fight.
Yeah, Majima put his hands on him. Yeah.
I know he got hit a lot that last fight, but that was a different weight class for him. He went up. He went up just for that.
That's what I'm saying. He was still doing the same thing, on 168.
And that's my whole. He kind of bullied him a little bit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you think size, all right, height, yeah, they probably be there, but that bulk, that matters, man.
That wide frame.
Yeah, that matters, man. You're gonna be punching them arms and shoulders and all that, man.
But the thing is, Canelo start real slow.
Yeah.
He starts slow. So Bud can probably, pocket the rounds, but he still got.
Bud starts slow too, though.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I give you that. Because Bud start kind of slow. He be being patient.
Chess match.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, let's rewind a little bit. A few weeks ago, you see Pacquiao come back versus Mario Barrios. Does this entice Mayweather to come back? You think?
No.
Why you say that?
Mayweather don't want to come back. Mayweather's going to train and do his box. He's going to do his training. He's going to do his little videos. He probably do his little fights overseas still, but I don't think he really want to fight professionally no more.
What if Floyd fought Barrios that night?
If Floyd would have fought Barrios that night,
I think Floyd would beat him.
He'd have beat a regular Floyd fight, man. It'd have been a slow pop shot. I'm going to dance around. I'm going to stay in the pocket with you, but you're not going to hit me. And it's going to be a boring fight.
Floyd would have beat Barrios that night.
Yeah, he'd have beat Barrios. Barrios trash anyway.
I think Floyd beats a lot of them dudes at 147.
Yeah.
Brian Norman Jr., Floyd would beat him.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because like you said, you're not going to hit Floyd.
I love Floyd, man. That boy, Brian, he knocked things out.
Yeah, but, Floyd been, like I said, Floyd been there. Floyd old now, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, Floyd,
it's dangerous.
Almost 50. Yeah, it's dangerous, but don't do that to my man like that. Yeah, don't do that to my man like that. I love you, Floyd, man.
I think
Floyd Norman is a...
I think Floyd beats Norman.
He might dirt that Floyd, man. You can't
think
do that,
so?
man. That boy young and full of vigor, man.
Like you said, Floyd going to slow the fight down on him.
He going to slow the fight down.
And he going to take away.
But Norman nice, though. Norman ain't no bum.
I agree. But I think Floyd going to slow the fight down, like you said. He going to pop shot him, jab him, spin him,
but they ain't
turn.
Gonna
then
hurt,
the fight going to be over.
Punches ain't going to hurt, though.
Huh?
Punches ain't going to hurt, though.
Floyd is a fighter,
yeah.
People say he ain't got no power, but come on, man.
No, I'm just saying not like back in the day because young Floyd used to knock shit up, knock stuff out. Mm-hmm. But the older he got, brittle them hands got, he started breaking them hands. They're stiff shots. They're not like power. They're not you're gonna feel them, but it's not nothing. They older now. You're not gonna feel them shots.
What I'm saying, I just think Floyd in shape. Floyd would probably outbox him.
Floyd going to be in shape. I don't know that young boy power, man. I think that young boy power different.
So, but he'll beat Barnes, but you don't think he'll beat Brian Norman?
Hell no. No.
I would love to see it though. And if Floyd came back and beat both of them, that'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy. I ain't gonna front. He'd be the king then. I'll tell Roy Jones, you can stop talking all that stuff you talking about. Roy, he beat Brian Norman, man. You shut all that up.
We know Brian Norman about to fight Devin Haney.
He ain't gonna kill it.
You think so?
Yeah, man. Dev, man, I don't really.
Dev going.
I think Dev lost to Lomachenko.
That was a close fight.
I think like early in the fight, he had Lomachenko early in the fight. Them body shots he was getting to him. Later on in that fight, he gave Dev a boxing lesson that second half of that fight.
Yeah, I mean I think the 10th, 11th, because I watched the fight 3 times. I think that the 12th round was a toss-up. I think that round they gave it to him, but I thought that was defining factor in the fight because it was so close. But because Dev was landing a little more, that was the telling point in the fight. I think that why they gave the fight to Dev. But Dev fighting Brian Norman 147. His last performance, Dev ran around the ring. People wasn't even trying to. I mean, he got a lot of backlash.
He's done.
But Brian Norman, I don't know. I'm not really sold on Brian Norman like that yet. I see him. He has skills. He has skills. I just haven't seen enough from him. And I see Dev beat Lomachenko. Beat some notable undisputed.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Do you still count the what fight was that? He got knocked out.
Who, Dev? Oh,
yeah, Devin Haney.
Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, I mean that's all. I mean, I can't argue with the judges. Well, not the judges. I can't argue with the commission and what they decide to do. But he lost that fight clearly. He lost.
Right out.
He lost. I don't know if that.
Do you think that played a role in the next fight?
What you mean as far as him?
By him just running around.
Yeah,
not
I think
really throwing punches and stuff like that.
Yeah, he ain't want to get hit. He didn't want to get hit. You know what I'm saying? And now he in there with the punches. So he might have got his confidence back. But Brian Norman can hit you.
Yes, he can. Turn your lights up.
Yeah. So I definitely want to see what happens. Now, before we go, because I know we got some things we got to do. But lastly, Shakur Stevenson's last fight versus Pettis, right? He stayed in the pocket. He fought.
He need that. He got to stop thinking he's Floyd Mayweather and thinking that dancing and just not. Floyd stayed in the pocket. He fought you. Mm-hmm. He stayed in the phone booth with you.
Yeah.
Shakur dances. You're nice. You don't have to run. Throw your hands. But that last fight, I think it was improvement because he took them punches and he stayed in the fight and he fought. So I think he's going in the right direction. He knows what the crowd don't want, even though you're not supposed to fight for the crowd. But listen, you're an entertainer. You're here to entertain, man. It's a fight. Go ahead and show your skills.
Shakur, right, with that performance, Tank Roach performance. If you switch the fights to fight up like we did with Canelo, you put Shakur in there with Roach, and you put Zepeda in there with Tank. Who gets knocked out in those two fights? I think it'd probably be the same outcome.
I think it's
I think Tank on flatlines Zepeda. Matter of fact, he throw too many punches.
I think Shakur beats.
Roach.
Roach. I think he beats Roach.
Yeah, I think he beat him, but I think that I agree. But I think Tank probably flatlines Zepeda.
No, I agree with that. He knocked him out.
Yeah, he threw too many punches, and he was caught in between the punches.
And that's where I say where a lot of people don't think Tank is a boxer. Tank's a boxer.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. He knows how to set his punches up and wait in the pocket and all that. He knows how to do all that. He knows how to do all that. So yeah, especially against the Mexicans, them Spanish guys. He has a thing for them.
Yeah, He put hands on them guys.
Yeah.
Now, with those fights, before we go, you got Tank and Shakur. This fight has been talked about. It's been so-called brewing for years. People are calling for it. Now you got Turki Al-Sheikh saying, I'm going to put up all the money for this fight if I can. Let Tank do what he need to do versus Lamont Roach, and then we can make something happen afterwards, right?
Right.
Who wins that fight? Shakur. What? He just wash him.
I wouldn't say wash him, but I just think the way Shakur is right now, the way Tank is right now, how he's just lackadaisical with his business right now. I don't really think he would show up to that fight ready.
You don't think that he probably get up for that fight?
Yeah, I think he would get up for it.
That's what he need, I think.
Yeah, I think he need that. But at the same time, like, he's never fought. Me personally, I don't think he ever even seen anybody like Shakur.
Vice versa too. You think Shakur seen anybody like Tank?
No.
So,
no.
I'm assuming you're basing it off of the skill package that Shakur has. A lot of people do that and think about that, and I can see him winning off of his skills in that fight. The only thing I would just be leery of, my opinion, is the X factor. That Tank, he can catch power. He can catch you, and then a hungry Tank who's up for that fight. I don't think he wasn't really. I don't think he was up for the Lamont Roach fight like that. In training,
I don't think so neither. I don't think he was up for that fight like he was up for the Lamont Roach fight. For the Frank Martin fight.
Yeah, he was up for
that fight.
So now you get Tank, who's up. He's gonna be up for the Shakur fight. He's gonna be up, ready to go. Shakur is gonna definitely be up, ready to go too. They're gonna be both of them. Both of them you'll probably get the best. They'll probably coming in the best shape they ever been in.
For sure.
And you think Shakur?
It's a legacy fight.
Then Shakur gets him. That's a fight that's like a Pacquiao Mayweather type.
Yeah, it's a legacy fight. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of a skill or not. You know what I'm saying? Right there, them two names. Yeah, that's legacy right there.
And you're saying Shakur beats Tank on points?
Yeah, I think Shakur takes that.
So, with this boxing sport, you see Turki Al-Sheikh. I know I said last thing. I'm speak about this. Turki Al-Sheikh is coming in. He's just open up the checkbook.
Yeah.
He's paying these fighters. He has made some good fights. He's making the Canelo Crawford fight. Shakur Zepeda. Now they got Haney versus coming up. Brian Norman. He could be doing something with Boots. Jerron Boots Ennis. He's now working. He's working with Eddie Hearn, as we know. What's your thoughts on Turki Al-Sheikh?
He giving the people what they want, man. Like Eddie Hearn and what's my other man? Al Heyman.
Al Heyman, yeah.
Yeah, they holding on. They holding on to all their fighters, not letting nobody fight nobody. Like, be honest, boxing has gotten boring over the years because nobody's fighting nobody.
And like UFC, everybody fight everybody.
Come on, man. Them dudes be having losses on their jacket,
and
man.
It still be sold out every weekend.
Come on, man. Like, this ain't like how back in the day, like how we used to see Ray Leonard and them, Hearns and them, Hagler and all that. Like, it's not like that because nobody don't fight nobody no more. You don't get doubles and thrillers and all that. You don't get them no more. You know what I'm saying? And that's the fun you had in boxing from how I grew up to watch it. You know what I'm saying? And now to just wait once a year to get a good fight.
It's terrible.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that's a Mayweather effect? But Mayweather's fighting champions, though.
But see, that's another misconception that people say. It's the Mayweather way. No, Mayweather fought everybody.
Yeah.
He fought everybody, and he didn't run from nobody. He fought in that phone booth. The fight was a fight. He fought everybody who he was supposed to fight and didn't run from no one. It's just that he waited. He got the bag for it. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else just think, no, I'm gonna sit here and pick my opponents and fight whenever I feel like fighting. No, that's not how you do it, man.
And everybody's afraid to lose that O. It's like people gonna lose fights. You're gonna lose.
You're gonna lose.
Nobody's gonna be 50. Everybody's not gonna be 50-0.
Some of the greats got losses on their record. Muhammad Ali got losses on his record. Foreman got losses on his record. Tyson got losses on his record.
Roy Jones.
They all got losses on their records, man. Don't take nothing away from them, man.
You're going to lose.
Get in the ring and fight, man.
Going to lose some. So, with that being said, shout out to Turki Al-Sheikh. And Turki Al-Sheikh has been working with promoters too.
Oh yeah,
Work with
he
everybody.
doing the right thing. He doing it right. He doing it right. He opening the gates.
Yeah, so we look forward to more from Turkey Al Sheik and more from boxing. You heard it here first. It's TBISE, the best in sports entertainment.